I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these goals feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal P. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the ballroom.
All right. Welcome, everybody. This is EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. My name is AJ. I'm the project lead here, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you, my friend?
Actually, really good, man. Weather's really tropical and muggy here, but I just had that midday shower, so feeling fresh, ready to go, ready for some alpha, and ready to see a couple winners here in the Detonator.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, man. No, you and I have had a busy day today. We had the first bit of alpha. Today was our Dygycon AMA. Bull joined me over there. I think Bull and I need to take a digital media course because we're some noobs.
A couple courses.
Yeah, totally. Well, I have a design background and a digital art background, but good Lord, I don't know the first thing when it comes to audio and digital production in that respect. And so we were about 10 minutes late on that AMA. Again, they were having some technical difficulties on their end. And we were on our end, but we finally made it work. We joined through Discord. So I had Discord, the Digicon interface, and YouTube all up at the same time. So where there's a will, there's a way. We got it working. So that video is in our YouTube playlist from earlier today. It's about an hour long. Definitely check that video out. And it was a good intro to EMP. We try to keep it very simple for those that are just getting introduced to EMP. We wanted to again give a good introduction, and as always, Bull, you brought that crypto dad advice. So yeah, it was a good event though, right?
Yeah, man. I try, and I was just thinking, how we have to kind of work on making it a little bit more simple, just because there are a lot of pieces here, and I think a lot of people see that and they're like, like it's so scary, it's too much. And so if we can work on that 5-minute elevator pitch and get that better, like kind of how we're talking about how we're getting all these audio pieces to work together. And I was just thinking about 10 years ago, actually, how near impossible it would be to do all this streaming stuff, and how far technology has come in 10 years and how far crypto has come in that time too. And I mean, it's actually pretty amazing when you think about it. And I'm sure you could give an expert class on how far
For
art
sure.
programs have come, right? Like, I know, just I'll rant a little bit. My nephew is an artist. Like you've seen some of his art, and I bought him a bamboo tablet a long time ago, then a Wacom, and then So it's progressed, right? And I mean, everything is at a rocket pace. I mean, nothing's quite as fast as crypto, but like, there is that learning curve when you jump into that new space trying to figure something out. But to see how far something's come in that amount of time, I mean, it's really incredible. And when we say like a week in crypto is like a year in traditional finance, it's true. But those other technologies in the way they're going at breakneck speed, they're behind crypto a little bit in terms of speed of evolution, but still pretty neat nonetheless. And to see all these things kind of come together with like the little virtual space at Dygycon that Splinterlands provides. And just if we look at that recording, right, of how that interface looks this year, and then I bet when we go back next year, obviously they do this once a month, but I'll bet you that it looks way better next year. It's even more seamless, and
Totally.
just shows you like how amazing technology is when used properly to benefit people. And of course there is a learning curve, but once we get that all down, I mean, there's going to be some real satisfaction in overcoming those obstacles. So that's why I kind of look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a really good point too, Bull, about why we're all in crypto to begin with. I know, you compare it to video games, which I think is a perfect analogy and a seamless transition from, those video game economies to, crypto. But even beyond that, I think all of us that are here have that, that undying love for technology and moving things forward. I think that plays a huge part into crypto, and I know all of us are inner nerds, I think. And again, I mean, we just got to bridge that gap to the normal world, so to speak, the normies. And I think once that infrastructure is in place, and using a DeFi wallet is not rocket science to everybody else. Once that we bridge that gap, I think we'll see major adoption of crypto, and again, financial services where you don't have to rely on a centralized party. So, yeah, today was a great day. Awesome event. Again, they do it every month or every 2 months now, I think, and so we'll definitely be involved on all of them. We've been involved in pretty much every Dygycon from the beginning. It's just this one snuck up on us. Shout out to LA for helping me put it together within about 24 hours. They were able to squeeze us in to present today, but next month we'll have a much bigger presence for Dygycon 11. So yeah, but it was a great day. So, and again, for those that missed that interview, please feel free to look at old videos on our YouTube. It's the video right before this live stream. So, all right, and then one more bit of alpha before we jump into questions and everything else. The market is still looking really solid. We're looking great. PEG is again recovered nicely. We're about 0.91. We had a all-time high volume yesterday in snipers and in the amount of snipes. So our pool balance grew by over 2,000 LP. Again, that was about, man, I don't even know, 180 grand in the last 10 minutes that was deposited into Detonator. And I found out that one of the winner actually of the largest sniper was another crypto project called Hypermine, and we had been talking a little bit in the background. They were very interested in EMP and especially Impulse. I said the only way to get involved with Impulse is to have a large LP position. We're not doing a sacrifice. And so they took that to heart. They got a major LP position, and they used that position to go into Detonator yesterday. So the winning snipe yesterday was actually by another crypto project called Hypermine. They wrote an amazing little ode to our community in the chat. So if you're on Discord and Telegram, feel free to read that little article that they wrote introducing themselves to EMP, and They seem like a great group of guys. Again, the relationship is still pretty new, so we're still doing some due diligence, but they definitely put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and that carries a lot of weight with us. And it's really bullish because, obviously when we put together official partnerships, we hope that, we invest in each other's protocol. But with unofficial partnerships, the other protocols are using EMP as an investment vehicle, and that is amazing. I mean, that is the holy grail. I mean, we've talked about hedge funds and other external investments, but to have other crypto projects invest into EMP because they see the amount of, gains and following and the fact that we're doing everything by the book with full transparency. I mean, it's amazing. So definitely go check out Hypermine and what they're doing, and they're going to continue to invest in the EMP to then create gains for their users. So yeah, what do you think, Bull? Pretty awesome news, huh?
Yeah, I think it's awesome because, like you said, it's a shout out to the community and the project, and the team because obviously crypto, you're free to make any choice that you want where you want to invest, and to see other protocols coming here to invest in this platform, not it doesn't show just a faith, some faith in one aspect. It's everything, right? And I just speaking from experience, any AMA that I join you on, like the one of the things that really stands out to me is when they talk about the community and how positive everybody here is. Like most people say it's really refreshing, and it is, right? Because it is much nicer in the world to see people that are smiling and laughing, and acknowledging one another and patting each other on the back versus those people that are envious or angry about stuff all the time. And that's not to say that you can't be, angry about something in your life. It's true. You can, but it is better to be around those people that are smiling versus frowning. And the thing I really take away is just like how many different types of, characters there are here, and the skill sets that all the people have here to help one another, because it seems like it's the perfect mix of, like we talk about, kind of brains, hearts, and hands, right? Like when one person can't reach another person, there's that person that can, and that's the great thing, is that it's a very reassuring space, because if you're not able to reach that person, that there's going to be somebody else here to reach that person. And I think a lot of other protocols see that, and they like, they like the project, they like the team, they like the community. But when they really kind of tally up the numbers, they're like, man, a lot of the stuff here put together really, makes a synergy. And I think that's why, we keep seeing these protocols invest here. And when, I'm sure once you guys do your due diligence and check them out, maybe there's a chance they're on the AMA. And I'll bet you one of the first things they talk about is just how positive and educated the people are here, and how much they want success here. And it's not just a matter of wanting it. Like the people here, everybody in this community, they're making it happen. They're doing, right. They're not just sitting by and saying, oh, gee, I wish this would happen. They're out there doing shit. They're making it happen.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely, Bull, and I agree 100%. And it is true. I mean, it's a testament to what we're building. Again, I mean, what other, crypto to crypto or business to business relationships do you see like this in the space? I can tell you, not many. And again, it's a testament to not only the protocol and the economics, but as Bull said, the community that we built here. Because I'm sure Hypermine, joined the community weeks ago. After hearing about Detonator and hearing about EMP, I know they're really tight with another YouTuber, Savage Crypto. He is a major investor in Hypermine, and so I'm sure they've been in the chats. Maybe they're even in these AMAs under alt accounts or their personal accounts or whatever, and they've done their research into us. they like what they see, they want to be involved, and they want to have that long-term vision with us. And again, that's another beautiful part about EMP is that, we could have done a sacrifice into Pulse. We could have done many, many ways to just, pump the price of EMP. But we, at the core, we wanted to reward those investors and those users that are in EMP for the long run. So by making early access dependent on your LP positions and actually holding, a part of our protocol, it's massive. So Hypermind saw that. Again, they wanted to be involved in Impulse early. They're eventually moving their entire protocol to Pulse once it launches, and the only way to make sure that happened was to get involved in EMP now, and they've been nothing but great along the way so far. So again, shout out to them. Make sure you check out their Telegram. Go show them some love. Tell them we sent you and that you're excited to see them investing in us. Because again, the mothership, the EMP mothership will always be first, and those that are here now will benefit the most over the long term. So yeah, amazing, amazing news. And then the last bit of alpha, which I got right before I jumped on, so I'll have more news on this tomorrow. But Liquid Capital has announced that they're going to extend the pre-sale for the next 7 days, and then that is it. So you only have 7 more days to get into our Liquid Capital pre-sale. Again, we've raised over $500,000. That's about 25% of their overall contributions have come through EMP, which is just massive. So shout out to all of you that support Liquid Capital and support us, by proxy. And that will be over 100 grand, and hopefully more by the time the pre-sale ends, coming back to our protocol to help us get back to PEG and support our growth long term. So really exciting times. They also announced they acquired Orbital Swap. So there was some internal drama, like every good crypto project has, with Orbital Swap, and Liquid Capital stepped in. They took it over. So now Liquid Capital will have its own DEX, which is just really bullish. So that's amazing news. Everything is already built. It was just mismanaged, and now Liquid Capital will be able to manage things correctly over at Orbital Swap, and they may end up doing a name change as well, but that is a major, major step forward in the roadmap of Liquid Capital. Again, the pre-sale is going to end, and they were hoping to have their own DEX, 6 months to a year out, and they're going to have it immediately after the pre-sale. So all good things with Liquid Capital. We have some follow-up coverage from some of our YouTube partners about Liquid Capital, so keep an eye out for all those. And yeah, we're again firing all cylinders, both at EMP and with all of our partner projects as well. So, Bull, how about that news? I don't even think I told you that yet.
No, you didn't. I might have preemptively known and been snooping in a little bit on those guys to see what they've been talking about. But the great thing about crypto is that it's always moving, right? It's fluid. It's 24/7. It's 365, and innovation never stops. And the ability to I'm at a loss for words. No, but so the ability to move, like a speedboat moves around the lake, that's what makes crypto really interesting. And, if somebody has to hop into the captain seat, like you're talking about here for Orbital, I'm sure the guys at Liquid Capital are more than capable to do that. And it's the difference, I think, where there's some frustration with like the blue chip projects like ETH, right? When merge, because everybody in crypto is so used to those things happening super quick, and everybody moving around like a speedboat. But those big blue chips, those are like oil tankers, and it takes miles and miles to turn them. They're not swerving through little cones and you know, moving around and are super nimble. They're just big oil tankers. But the great thing about crypto is there's everything from an oil tanker to a speedboat and everything in between. So you have all the choices in the world here to either fail or succeed. But the great thing here at EMP is you guys have given us all the tools to succeed. And we can, you can move slow like an oil tanker here, or you can move like a speedboat, and just figure out, your own pace. And that's a great thing about like this ecosystem in general.
Yeah, totally, Bull. And you hit the nail on the head about how crypto really skews your time frame. I mean, we're working 24/7. I think crypto, nothing moves faster in the world than crypto. Again, a day in crypto is about a month anywhere else. So and that is true, man. And to your point too about being super nimble, I think that's a testament to liquid capital as well. A lot of other projects may have said, we're that's too much too soon. We can't worry about managing another project. Yada yada yada. But no, I mean, liquid capital jumped on that opportunity again to acquire a fully functioning DEX with all the heavy lifting has already done. It was just some mismanagement on Orbital's side. Again, I think it's super bullish. And again, I mean, the whole idea of liquid capital, not only does it support us with our affiliate link, but the idea is that, you as the investor also have an opportunity to get in on pre-sale pricing with liquid capital, because obviously we're all here to make money. We never suggest leaving your positions in EMP to go into other speculative projects, but if there's other, projects that aren't performing for you, this is a great opportunity, and we pride ourselves on finding quality projects that we can bring to our EMP community to give opportunity on, again, making gains and then bringing those gains back to the mothership, like I said earlier. So, all right, awesome. Well, anybody else from the Army want to give any input or have any questions? And then if not, we'll open it up to the public. If you do have a question, feel free to raise your hand here in Telegram or type your question in YouTube, Telegram, or Discord.
Man, nobody, huh?
Yeah, Joe. We are crickets today. How about you, brother?
I
How was your day?
good, good. Yeah, doing all right. It's a good day here in Florida. I'm sure you had good weather too,
Yes,
and
sir.
nice to have the day off. But yeah, they always say walk the walk, and I like what we do here. We walk the walk and we talk the talk, and we do it without a sense of arrogance. We do it out of compassion and community. And I know it kind of sounds tacky sometimes with the way we talk, but at the end of the day, I think we all just have a lot of pride in the protocol. And I came here just like everyone else. I heard about it on a YouTube video. I checked it out. I took a little time to figure everything out. And like I said, the first time I thought the boardroom was like where we had meetings, and I didn't know what
Yeah.
was what.
Exactly.
But yeah, I got up to speed. I asked questions, and little by little, it started all coming together, and everybody was so helpful and genuine. And I think that's what gravitated me towards staying and investing more money. And over time, I just became more and more active. It's not like I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm not part of any other protocols team. I just got very involved, and I put a lot into EMP because I want to, uh, and I got a lot more out of it. And I think that's what matters at the end of the day is, you get in what you get out what you put in. But here, you get out a lot more than you put in. So I think that's why we have so many active community members in the Army, in the VIP, in Discord, and just regular Telegram. There's just new faces popping up every day, and somebody always has something new to share, and a new idea, and it's just a lot of value at the end of the day to gather, and it whatever you learn here just helps carry through into other crypto investments that you do and just financial planning in general. So yeah, I'm glad to be here and I love it. So I'm here every day.
Awesome, Joe. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. And again, one of our resident mathematicians, Machu's been on a bit of a family vacation, so he hasn't been around much. But between Machu and Joe, they're again our math guys. So if you have any questions about percentages and proper allocation, they're the ones to get with. And yeah, Joe, you've been amazing. Appreciate all your help. Not only a major investor in the protocol, but also a great part of our army. Joe has an awesome breakdown for anybody that is interested in how to utilize their nodes most effectively. And again, having the proper ratios of your LP farms to how much your boardroom or EMP nodes are emitting every day. So yeah, really, really awesome stuff. And yeah, we have a great community. So go ahead, Bull. You got something else?
Oh yeah, sure, of course, man. These guys tell you about the math, the compounds, but anybody here can tell you about how interested they are in EMP. Anybody can answer that.
For sure.
Oh, crickets.
No,
Interest,
I agree.
interest.
No, yeah.
Must have been too bad of a dad joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a dad joke. Yeah. Oh
All right.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, but no.
We do have a question on YouTube, though.
All right, awesome. What is it? Go ahead.
Okay, man. And I'm sorry, this is from Ryland Matthews. How will Liquid Capital support the EMP ecosystem?
Yes, that's an awesome question. So the immediate answer is whatever funds are raised from our affiliate link, again, about $500,000 right now, we get 20% of that um, contributed back to our protocol as liquid capital. There's the dad joke for you, Bull. So yeah, that will help us immediately, but long term, there's a few different ways that liquid capital will help us. So the number one thing is just being involved in their trusted partners program. So EMP is again one of about 30 other protocols that Liquid Capital has vetted, has KYC'd with. That they are almost a governing body or conglomerate of trusted projects. So being involved with them and just having that support from them really adds some validity to our protocol as well as all the other protocols that are involved. And they will always be monitoring, all the volume and making sure,
Partners.
yeah, exactly, the partners with making sure there's no shady activities or, that the communities are still tight. They're going to be offering not only financial services, but educational services as well. So similar to how EMP was one of the first protocols to put together an entire video course, our EMP Academy about the protocol, Liquid Capital will be helping other protocols put together similar curriculum and other, again, assets that these protocols can use for the betterment of everybody. And then what I'm most bullish about from the liquid capital side is their lending protocol. So by raising all this money in the pre-sale and having a large treasury, their ultimate goal is to have a lending protocol in place. So just like similar to Aave or Alpaca, those sort of protocols, they will have a lending protocol where you're able to collateralize your LPs or hopefully, again, your detonator stakes or even just your normal EMP positions. Um, you'll be able to borrow against those assets, and now you're able to either take profit or hyper compound into EMP by using their platform to again borrow against your positions. And so this is what really helped Tomb and other seigniorage protocols go from $100 million project to a $1 billion project. So we're really, really excited about that. We've said all along that we would build our own lending protocol if we had to, but if Liquid Capital can do the heavy lifting and then not only allow us to have access, but all 30 of their other partners, that is really bullish and super robust as well, because the more capital in the system from borrowing and lending, the better off everybody is and the safer things are overall. Because what you don't want is a lending protocol with very low liquidity, because then there's a lot higher chance of liquidations and what we've seen with Celsius and other protocols of going insolvent. So we feel like Liquid Capital is set up really well to actually deliver on all that. So yeah, really exciting. Bull, anything you want to add to that? I know, again,
Mhm.
you have a lot of insight with traditional markets and lending and
Mhm.
borrowing, so go ahead.
Yeah, of course. Because it's lending and borrowing relationships, right?
For
And
sure.
so one of the great things about partnering up with good people, it's, just like how we say, making crypto friends. And when you do, when a protocol partners with another protocol, they're just making a crypto friend. And the reality is in crypto, clearly, communities are very tribal, and tribalism is something that it can be a really positive thing, but it can turn negative as well. So it's always nice to kind of get new people in, because you're going to get new ideas or new blood, as they may say. But that could be new capital as well. But the point is, with a partnership, is to expose other people to other protocols that they're maybe not aware of. And a lot of the time in crypto, we tend to, like I said, be very tribal and stick to one project, and maybe not even venture to look outside at other projects. And this is by no means to tell you to go invest in other projects. I don't even tell you to invest in EMP. I tell you to invest in yourself here first, by learning how things work, and then when you feel comfortable, invest. But overall, if you can find other good projects and other good protocols and good people, those are all good learning experiences like that you can bring back to the mothership, so to speak. And if that's money, that you're going to invest in the EMP, great. If that's human capital that you're going to invest, great as well, right? Because everybody has a different take on something, and nobody just thinks of something in a vacuum. It's because they heard somebody else say something in a particular way, and the way that person's brain operates, they just think on it a little bit differently, and then they can articulate it a little differently, and that speaks to somebody else and really resonates. And that's a great thing about a partnership or talking to other people, is the ability to create things that never existed, because, like I said, it is almost impossible to do that in a vacuum. You do have to speak to other people, and when you partner up and you get exposure to those other people, the beautiful thing that happens is both parties are almost always going to benefit from that. And so if there's 3 people in the conversation, even better. 4 people, great, because that's how you push out, like, news about a protocol and the good things that are going on, here at EMP, is when, like, if you just look at the pre-sale page, I would venture to say nobody thought EMP would be number 1 or the same as number 2 and number 3 put together in terms of contribution. But I'm certain that was when people saw that, they're like, I've heard of EMP, maybe I better go check that out. And that's the a thing that I look at is that, something that can create engagement and get people involved, instead of just kind of sitting on their hands, so to speak, and just reading maybe and watching a couple of videos and not really doing anything that's really going to benefit them. They're just kind of spinning their wheels, if you will, maybe wasting time a little bit. And when you really do something, that's when you're really engaged, and that's when you're really going to learn, because that's when you start doing, that's when you put all that research into action, and that's when you're going to see results. Research is never really going to result in, or is never going to really show results. You have to do, you have to act on your research to see results, and results are really what's going to drive you forward in the space.
Absolutely, Bull. No doubt, bro. All right, we have a few more follow-up questions on YouTube. This is from David Younger. He says, "Hi all, AJ and Bull. Can you guys speak a bit about the EMP staking utility that is part of your 5-year plan? Between that and the changes to not allow zapping EMP, he said, I'm psyched about the difference." So yeah, absolutely. Any tactics to discourage selling EMP. Hope you guys had a great weekend. So yeah, thanks, David. You too, brother. Yes, very good weekend here, and absolutely. I mean, we spoke about it a little bit on the AMA yesterday. I really don't want to spill the beans, so to speak. I got in trouble with the UI. Again, I know I teased the UI really early, got all of you guys excited, and then we've been delaying the UI, and it's always when UI, when UI, when UI. And speaking of that, we're gonna have some really bullish announcements tomorrow. I'm waiting for Monday, the start of a new week, before I lay it all out there. But to answer your question, I can't really give you any details, but I can kind of give you my word, and we've made good on our word the entire time, so take that for what it's worth. But the idea is that we implement different ways of utilizing your EMP, whether it's through staking or other gamified systems, that it becomes more profitable to hold your EMP or to stake your EMP than to sell it. So again, I can't really give you details. It is moving up the priority list. We're hoping again after the new UI and some detonator upgrades and some other things we're working on, that we'll be able to have this out in the next few months. But yeah, I mean, that's why we say, it's always a good idea to utilize your EMP to make you more EMP, or again, build your LP positions responsibly. So there's a lot of different ways to play the game. What you don't want to do is be dumping your EMP when we're below peg, especially right now, being severely below peg. Well, and I say severely, that's a relative term for us, because again, we're at 0.91, which is still very healthy as far as the above and below swing that we can have. But yeah, I would say that, we're on the floor, so don't. Not only does it hurt you as the investor, but it hurts the protocol as well by dumping EMP now. The idea is that you want to have more EMP for the future, because there will become a point where between not having enough in shares in the boardroom or enough in nodes, that you're going to run out of EMP. EMP is going to be the asset that you want to participate in our protocol further, whether that is again through a staking mechanism or an eventual launch pad, or there's a lot of different ways of us giving use case to EMP. So that is what I can say, and I'll definitely update all of you as we get closer on what that means. But at the very least, again, EMP is a utility token that is used to build LPs or to earn you more E-shares that you can take profit in without hurting the protocol at all. All right, hopefully that helps. I have one more question here. Regarding the lending protocol portion of liquid capital, is there any concern of people borrowing large amounts of EMP and short selling it? Rayland Matthews asks that again. So yeah, with the lending protocol, you're not borrowing EMP, so it's not a leverage trading account where you can borrow EMP or short EMP or long EMP. That might come down the road with them, but I'm not sure on that. What I do know is that it's a lending protocol where, again, you typically are borrowing either blue chips or stable assets. So in other words, say, you had $1,000 worth of LP tokens, you would put that up as collateral in their protocol. You'd be able to borrow up to probably 80 or 90% of that, which we do not suggest. You want your collateralization rate to be about 50%, not 90. That's how you get liquidated. And we'll have a full tutorial on all this, but I'm just speaking hypothetically right now. But then you're able to borrow again, say 50%, so that would be about $500 in stable tokens or BUSD or BNB or ETH, whatever they have in their reserves. And then you can use that to either buy more EMP LP or take profit without actually selling your LP. So theoretically, that means less selling pressure on EMP, not more. So, Bull, you want to elaborate on that, or I don't know if I explained that well.
No, I think that's really good, and the reality is I'm more of a person who likes to see how it, the when they get the white paper rolled out and get everything set in stone before I like to speak on anything.
For
And
sure.
I know these guys are experts in this field, so one of the things I tend to believe in, and follow in real life is when somebody is an expert on something. I want to move to the side and learn from them, and not especially I try not to speak on anything I don't know about, and because speaking about something for me is how should I say, I want to make sure I'm giving people the correct information. So at this point, I would just say I would be speculating about how they were going to run the ship over there, so to speak.
Totally. And I have no insider knowledge on
Yep.
any of that. I'm just saying from what I've seen in other protocols.
Yep.
Again, Aave is a great example, AVEE. They're on ETH mainnet and also on Matic, I believe. But if you
Hmm.
can look up YouTube videos on borrowing and lending protocols, that'll kind of
Yep.
give you a better idea of what we're speaking about. But yeah, I would say if anything, it reduces sell volume on EMP and could potentially add a ton of buying
Yep.
pressure on EMP because again, you can hyper compound, which again, all of this is definitely what I would consider high risk. You got to be really careful with what you do because theoretically, if the market dips and you have a very high collateralization rate, you can get liquidated to cover the protocol and not taking a loss. And then now you have no LPs left. So when that happens, then yes, there is some selling of EMP. But overall, the idea is that you're borrowing capital against your LPs and then using that capital to take profit or hyper compound um, into more LPs, which you can then borrow against those and repeat the process, usually up to 2 or 3 times. Again, depending on your risk tolerance. So, but yeah, we'll have plenty of time. Like Bull said, we leave that to the experts. Once they have a white paper out, and we can formulate a strategy for everybody that would not only be good for you as the investor, but great for the growth of the protocol. You better believe we'll have a bunch of resources
Yep.
explaining all that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and I think that the basic gist is that, you hold your EMP for your benefit and the protocol's benefit, because what you guys have planned is basically the blueprint that the extremely wealthy in the world do, right? They're not out there selling their real estate to buy other real estate. They're putting all their assets to work for them instead of selling their assets to buy other assets. And that, I think that's kind of the basic gist. Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm wrong, though.
no, Bull, I couldn't have said it better myself. Again, think of EMP as all your little Monopoly hotels on the Monopoly board. You want to have as many of those hotels as you can, or like Bull said, real estate. If anything, now is the time to accumulate and not sell. And again, this is not ulterior motives. I know a lot of other DeFi projects may, preach about not selling because they want you to, again, go down with the ship, so to speak. But if anything, we're growing right now in the middle of a bear market. So that should be plenty of proof of what we're saying. And really, at the end of the day, what we say is not only the most beneficial for the protocol, but it's also the most beneficial for you as the investor. I mean, I don't understand people selling EMP, especially right now, because again, it's not if, it's when we recover PEG. That alone can put EMP, at 10% higher than it is right now, and then not to mention the insane gains we will start seeing as the e-share price rebounds and skyrockets. The boardroom starts printing again. Node APR will skyrocket because part of our boardroom emissions go to nodes to be able to keep them sustainable. And so we've seen node APRs going down, but that is only because, again, we have to recover PEG to replenish those pools. So the system is working flawlessly and exactly how it was designed and how we intended. We just have to, again, get everybody that's still selling EMP on the same page, and we can see gains beyond our wildest dreams. And it'll happen. Again, this isn't a rant. This isn't a, oh no kind of a situation. It's how the protocol was designed. We're meant to go above and below peg. We've been below peg a little bit longer than we would have hoped. But when the market, crashes by 80%, that's to be expected. So we're not immune to overall market conditions. And if anything, we heard from a few participants yesterday and the day before that said they were actually able to hold more value by being in EMP than just holding ETH in their wallet because their positions only went down by about 60%, while had you just held ETH in your wallet, you'd be down about 80%. So that is the power of our protocol as well. But yeah, go ahead, Bull.
Yeah, I mean that's spot on, right? It's you can hold that ETH in your wallet and watch a decline in dollar value and just stay the same number of units of ETH, or you can put it to work. And the great thing here is because it is paired to ETH and there is deep liquidity. If we just look at the last 3 days, not only would you have been earning on the farms, be it EMP ETH, eShare BNB, or in the detonator, right? The reality is ETH is up, approximately 24% over the last 3 days. So you would have seen that rise, right? Now, everybody is always fearful when they see the price drop. They're happy, I think, when they see it rise. But the reality is it doesn't matter if it was going down or up. The farms are still producing, and if you follow that blueprint, we can easily get back to peg. And like you said, but ETH lost 77% of its value, I think, over the last few months. But right now we're just shy of 9% under a peg. And when you look at that and compare it versus 77% loss, that is amazing, because ETH itself, like, that could have freaked out the vast majority of people in the crypto market, and they got scared. They went home and they started talking about how terrible crypto is and etc. However, look at how this community has responded and said, okay, ETH going down by 77%, no big deal. EMP is just 9% off of peg. 9%, that is roughly, 8.5% or 8.5x difference than 77%. And so when I look at that, that is a testament to like how powerful the community is in both their will and their education and their desire to keep building this economy, because we are tied to ETH. And I think overall, macro wise, a lot of the market is freaked out. I don't think anybody here is freaked out. I think everybody here is doing amazing and pushing forward, keeping mining or farming, and understanding that as long as they keep following the roadmap, so to speak, they can see stacking LPs, because I'm going to assume everybody here is an ETH maxi. If you're in DeFi, you're more than likely an ETH maxi. And it's not when, or if, it's just a matter of time before ETH recovers. And we've seen that over the last few days, with a 20% raise. And but the reality is we've seen a little tick up in in the peg price, but that is organic stair-step growth. And we keep seeing that from the community, where the rest of the market is bleeding out, but not this community. They just keep building. The capital keeps coming in here, raising increasing the liquidity, raising the TVL, raising the confidence of the people here. And when I see that, like, I'm so happy to be part, of this community, and just like all the amazing people here, just the amazing work they do, and just the resilience, because that is the reality that a lot of the crypto market lacks, is the will to see something through, both through the good times and bad times. It's consistency that pays off in crypto. It's not the 100x mentality. Like, those people are fair weather. They'll be here when the things are good, and then they're going to be, when things take a downturn, they'll be talking about how bad the market is. But the reality is that all the people in this community are hard workers. They have incredible wills, incredible hearts, and so when I'm kind of ranting here, but I just look at this, and it is just amazing to see that PEG is moving up, eShare price is moving up, and when we get to PEG, there's going to be a PEGgy dance like you've never seen. eShare price is going to blast off, the APRs are going to go crazy, and then the people that haven't been able to experience that yet are going to be like, WTF? Like, what is all this stuff? What the heck is happening? But when we see that, we're going to see money flow in here like crazy, because while the rest of the market is terrified, everybody here is like Captain America's shield, just pushing through the bad times in the crypto market, just pushing forward, kind of being, if you will, a beacon for everybody in the crypto space.
Absolutely, Bull. And I'm not the kind of guy that says, I told you so, but we're going to get to that point again. Once PEG recovers and we see LP price, triple from where it is today, all, 46 or 50 people that show up to these AMAs every single day, all of us are the ones that are going to benefit from, again, building while things are down, to be able to capitalize when things are up. So, and again, I know it's not a matter of ranting or preaching to the choir. We just get really passionate about what we're building here and the power of this protocol. Again, that is why, I decided to do a seigniorage protocol along with the original core team. We saw the power of protocols done right, with economic models that are very, very different from your traditional DeFi. That was a big topic of discussion today over at Dygycon. EMP, yes, it's complicated, but the fact that you're able to profit in our ecosystem without having to worry about selling the native token at a higher price, like 99% of crypto operates, that is very, very powerful. So, yeah, awesome stuff. And, one last thing to touch on before we actually jump into Detonator. Over the last few months, I mean, all the parts of the protocol are like my children, so I can't say what part is my favorite or not my favorite. Um, but Detonator, man, it is just hard to argue with. We have seen such amazing growth with Detonator, and again, I think it's a lot easier. I know we call it our gateway drug to the protocol for those that may be overwhelmed with everything else. If you make some LP, you put it in Detonator. Again, as long as you're willing to put in the effort of compounding once a day, the gains can be truly astronomical. So again, I have definitely have a newfound respect for Detonator. I knew it was a monster when Jake created it. Again, our lead developer Jake built Detonator by hand from the ground up. It is his baby. I'm just here to foster that baby along, and between me and the team, and above all, the community rallying behind Detonator, being good actors in Detonator, compounding more than claiming, we literally could see Detonator become the largest and most sustainable ROI contract ever created. And that's based on the numbers alone. I mean, every day it's been growing. We're only about 4.5 months in with Detonator, and it's just been on a nonstop, trajectory. So, all right, awesome. Bull, any last minute questions or comments before I pull up Detonator? Go ahead.
Oh, I did have one question. So when there's a present in your house, be it Christmas or on a birthday, who's your son coming to ask what his present is? Is it you or is it your wife? Because
Ah,
I think you might. I'm curious.
yeah, both of us, I guess. I don't know why. What are your thoughts? Yeah.
Well, because you are the master of teasing the tease, like, son, you got four presents, but I can't tell you what they are. They're really good. I'm just, so I'm wondering
That's true.
who I'm just curious who spills the beans maybe before he opens them.
Yeah, no doubt. Now I get where you're going. So for sure, that is definitely me. I use it as leverage to make him behave. So I guess that's where I get it from. I have to use it as
Okay.
leverage over all of our emperors and empresses to make sure you're being good actors in the protocol. So
Gotcha.
yeah, for sure, Bull. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, let me go ahead and pull up Detonator one more moment here. All
I think
right.
Jesse had something to say too, so.
All right, yeah, Jesse, go ahead, bro. We'll let you go ahead while I
Hey
pull this
Jay,
up.
what's
There he
going on,
is.
brother?
How are you, man? Good to hear from you, man.
I'm I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. How is everything?
Good, brother. Good. We'll have to make it short and sweet today, bro. We're almost ready for Detonator, but yeah, man, another productive day at EMP. What's up, brother? How you been?
Yeah, everything, all the information I see is just it's just amazing. Every time I open it up and take a look into the chats, it's just amazing. Um,
For sure.
real quick, I just want to tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, spread that love, show all the content creators love, the claps, the likes, all of that. Real quick, taking profits out the Detonator. Always consider when you do your 6-1 strategy, pull that out, take it to the auto vaults. Once it's built big enough, take it to Joe's strategy where you pair it with the farm and the nodes to build the LP position. And I just wanted to say I got mad love for you, AJ, Bull, the whole community. Just a little quick shot of DeFi dinner time, man, before we get into the Detonator.
Hell yeah, Jesse, no doubt. And that is financial advice, right? Yeah.
And that is financial advice. You know it.
Oh, hell
And
yeah,
I hear them
Jesse.
birds in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, much love to Jesse, one of our OG members. Again, another Army member. Jesse's been with us from the very beginning, and he's notorious for his DeFi dinner time, giving financial advice to everybody that will listen. So, 100%, bro. And it's true. I mean, Detonator has been an absolute beast. And the beautiful part, and I've said this during multiple AMAs about how Detonator could have been its standalone project, But the fact that we have built it on top of EMP with the seigniorage backing, like Jesse said, you're able to take profits without even really hurting the protocol. And that's why we always talk about taking profits responsibly. Because again, we say, compound at least six, maybe at the very minimum 5 days a week, claim once or twice, turn that into your weekly paycheck, and then that LP that you claim, rather than breaking it up and selling, the ETH side, which again, if you can avoid it, never sell the EMP side. But really, you don't even have to break up the LP. You just claim once a week, then you put that LP in the farm, and now you have access to more of a liquid LP holding, while it generates you more E-shares on that position. So the way that again, internal economy works is very, very different than most other ROI contracts and most other seigniorage protocols. So by combining the two in one platform, we really have created lightning in a bottle. Because again, they feed each other. It's just incredible. So yeah,
And
really exciting.
it super deepens our liquidity and keeps your ownership in the protocol. You don't have to exit any ownership for profit.
Totally, 100%, Jesse. You get it, bro. And again, I mean, we're seeing with the price recovery of ETH, again, 87,609 LP in the pool balance. That's $3.7 million. And all the LP in Detonator is protocol-owned liquidity, which not only deepens the liquidity, like Jesse said, but it gives a boost of confidence that there will always be LP to be had, because I mean, again, Detonator alone has about 2/3 the liquidity than most other seigniorage protocols, period. So that is so bullish. I mean, overall, we have now about $15 million of total liquidity. I mean, most other DeFi projects are lucky if they have $1 million in liquidity.
And for
So
the people that don't understand what that means, if you really want to look at the health of a contract, that's what you look at. You don't look at total value locked. You don't look at the other numbers. You look at the liquidity. The
for
deeper
sure.
the liquidity, the healthier the protocol.
Yep, absolutely, Jesse. Again, more OG wisdom. We can offer insane APRs, 10,000x on the APY, but if there's no liquidity to cash out, then it makes no difference at all what a protocol says or promises or offers. And again, I mean, it also affects other larger players getting into protocols, because if there's low liquidity, they don't want to hurt themselves by pushing up the price on, a $10,000 buy or a $100,000 buy, and vice versa on sells as well. I mean, the larger our liquidity, we can have somebody sell a large amount of EMP or, E-share without it, tanking the protocol. So, yeah, really, really important concepts to remember. But all right, we have about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Again, all-time high pool balance yesterday of about 88,300, I believe, or 88,600, somewhere in there. And so we probably will achieve that another all-time high again today, just over $3.7 million in the contract. We have had a little bit of a snipe already at about 71 LP. Again, yesterday we had multiple snipes, two of which were over 1,000 LP each, which was just massive. So we'll see what we get today. That if those of you that are new, what is a snipe, you're asking? Well, we give away 1% of our total protocol pool balance, which is 876 LP, about $37,000. We give away that to the largest depositor within our 24-hour period. So in the last minute here, we're going to see a lot of large deposits. come in to try to win that prize. And what that does is it drives volume into the contract and keeps our LP balances growing. Again, those that are compounding last minute as well will also help raise the pool balance. And so, and then finally, we give 1% of the overall pool balance to a random lottery winner. So, Bull, you want to talk about the lottery? You do such a good job on the lottery. I like to let you talk about it. Go
Okay.
ahead, man. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. And so the lottery, is one with tickets, random tickets. You have to have a ticket to win. A ticket today costs you $6.34. It's lossless, meaning you're going to get that 365 on your deposit, but you can have a maximum of 50 deposit tickets or 50 tickets through compound for a total of 100 tickets. But at the end of the day, only one wins. That's the magical golden ticket from the Willy Wonka of DeFi. That's AJ.
Yes.
And or it could be Jake too. Being that the detonator is his baby. So
That's true. Good point.
that's right, man. We'll have to have a contest to see who's the true Willy Wonka, you or Jake. And so that being said, only one ticket is going to win. We normally have between about 8,500 and 9,500 tickets a day. You might think with only one ticket, that's, you have no chance at winning. That's not true. The only time you have no chance at winning is when you have 0 tickets. So there have been plenty of people. I think 13 people now have won with 8 or less tickets. And so that is a testament over, what did you say, 4.5 months that the detonator's been active. So we know that. How much time do we got left? Okay,
Yeah,
5
you're
minutes.
good. We
I'll
got
try to
5
be.
minutes. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Okay. And I see Love Temple from Hypermind had his hand raised, so we'll get to you after the detonator. But that being said, only one ticket is going to win. So if you want an opportunity at that life-changing money, which today is $37,000, that's going to, the price to entry there is $6.34. You can get a maximum of 50 deposit tickets or 50 through compound, so a total of 100, but only one is going to win. So the best time to take advantage of an opportunity, especially in crypto and DeFi, is right now. So do yourself a favor and watch some videos and read up on this, listen to the AMAs, and kind of get a feel for how the detonator works, and that it's a 365 ROI contract over time. It's going to pay you 365 on your deposit. So just take advantage of that opportunity and figure out what you need to do to get in it and have that opportunity to change your life.
Amazing, Bull. Yes, absolutely. And Bull touched on a little bit, but I just wanted to reiterate the power of compounding. By getting, again, one ticket a day, that's a fresh deposit of 0.15 LP. Bull said it's about $6. I haven't looked at it today, but that sounds about right. I mean, that's what, one Starbucks coffee that you can afford to get one ticket. However, if you build up enough of a position in Detonator where you're able to compound, I believe it's 0.12 LP because you're getting a 125 LP because you're getting a little bit of a discount with that 20% savings on compounding. You're able to perpetually have at least one ticket a day through compounding, and that's why, again, not only is the system extremely healthy from a sustainability standpoint with literally everything we do, but it also is sustainable from an investment standpoint because as long as you're compounding enough for one ticket, you still have that chance of winning $37,000 today, which is just incredible. And we're able to give such insane rewards because if you do win the lottery, you're not able to claim it immediately. So you may think that, man, that's a bummer. If I win the lottery, I won it all. Well, sure. I mean, we don't want you to dump on all of our heads, so it protects the protocol. But as an added bonus, you're able to 365% ROI on your winnings. So that 300 or that $37,000 turns into over $100,000 over the life of the contract. So it is again a win-win for everybody, and we just the economics and the math behind Detonator are truly exceptional. So, and we've seen it play out. So, again, I might even be wrong, Bull. It might be 5.5 months. I gotta look at the
Yep.
math, but Detonator's
Now,
been going nonstop. Yeah,
yep. I mean, the reality is every day it's given two people, life changing money, and everybody in here that has a ticket has an opportunity at life changing money, because I don't care if you have $1,000 in your portfolio or $1 million, $37,000 is life changing money.
totally. And again, I mean, you always want to be careful about gas fees, but even if you have a very small entry, you're able to compound enough, and yeah, you may lose a little bit to gas in the first few weeks, but if you compound consistently for the first month or whatever it takes, you can build a position in Detonator through the power of compound interest that even with a very, very small entry, you're able to at least get those tickets for free every single day. So really, really, again, an amazing way that the math works out on the contract. So, all right, 1 minute and 15
Six
seconds.
six oh four 604
Oh,
snipe.
hell yeah, a snipe coming in early. I love it. That might take it. That's a pretty healthy snipe. We'll see if it holds up.
That is.
604. Again, make your first shot your best shot. We always recommend that. But don't wait too late because, again, if you miss the rollover time, your snipe will be applied to the next day. So good luck to them. That 604, we'll see if it holds up. Pool balance looking very, very healthy. I think we may see a new all-time high today again. And good luck to everybody. Make sure you're compounding last minute. Get credit for all those tickets as we get close to the rollover. 30 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Bull, how are we on tickets?
9,000.
Wow, awesome. May also see a new all-time high in tickets. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Holy shit. 2, 1. Another major snipe.
Whoa, was that 1,100?
1,185 and 11. Holy hell. We may have seen even one more in between there. My God. All right, let me refresh.
People aren't monkeying around. They're serious.
Yes, sir. Another amazing day of fireworks. Holy hell. Let me refresh. Hang on, bear with me.
Yep.
Oh my God, we broke 90,000 LPs. Holy hell. I don't know if anybody is able to look on chain. Joe or Will,
1185.
anybody around to give me an update. I think we saw a 600 that was sniped by 1185, and I think
Yep.
1185 was the winner. Was there any more in between there? Bull, do you know?
We had an 89, yeah. So 604, 89, and then the 1185
Wow,
for the
thanks,
last
Joe.
three.
Yeah, awesome. Well, and again on the new, I know
Look at that daily
I
burst. Everybody's daily burst is up.
exactly.
Everybody comment on that. Everybody
Yeah,
comment.
AJ,
Yeah,
AJ, how come my daily burst is going up?
I love it, Joe. I was waiting for somebody to ask. Yeah, Bull and Joe, you guys are always busting the balls. I love it. And it's true. I mean, again, this is the power of Detonator. You know, it's based on volume. We've heard multiple weeks now. People are saying, "Why is my daily burst going down?" But when it goes up, nobody says anything. So, and again, I get it. It's just human nature to want to complain. But just realize that the contract is specifically built to protect itself. So when the volume is subsiding, the daily burst may dilute a little bit. But when there's a lot of volume entering, the daily burst always goes up. And again, I think people get too caught up on daily burst because as long as you're compounding more than claiming, you're going to eventually ROI even with a giant market correction, which again I think we're at the bottom, if anything. And when ETH recovers, your ROI time from a dollar perspective could be cut, in half when we get back to new all-time highs. So really, really powerful. Man, what a day. Another 135 grand entered Detonator in the last 20 minutes. We are again a new all-time high pool balance by over 2,000 LP, or maybe just under 2,000 LP, at 90,177 LP. 100,000 is in the cards, I think. We may see it sooner than later. 100,000 LP by next week would be incredible. So again, congrats to all of you that are here. I know we had some special guests. Bull, are they still here? The
Yep.
people
Love
from,
Temple. Yep.
yeah.
They're unmuted. They should be good to go.
All right, Love Temple from Hypermind. How are you, man?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm doing well. I hope everyone doing well, and thanks for having me.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, no doubt. So I told my community earlier today, and you guys put out a great article introducing your entrance into Detonator. Man, you guys definitely made quite an entrance with the huge snipe yesterday. So yeah, brother, I'll give you the floor if you want to maybe say a little bit more about what Hypermind is and why you decided to use EMP as an investment vehicle for your project. Well, we may be having technical difficulties. All right, I think we lost them. That's all right. Well, if he comes back on, I'm happy to have him back, or we can have an actual AMA scheduled. So, all right, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. That's my secret power, secret superpower. But all right, no worries, Love Temple. We'll have you on. I think he's having some mic difficulties, but all right, we'll have him on later this week for sure. So was that it, Bull? Anybody else in the comments or questions?
Nope,
Oh,
that's pretty much. I mean, there was a question. What is the life of the contract? I'm sure they're referring to Detonator. But Love Temple's back. Okay.
hey, Love, you there?
Yes,
Yeah, no worries,
yeah.
man. I think you may have some technical difficulties, but yeah, bro. I was gonna give you the floor, or if you want to set up, I know I'm good at putting you on the spot here, but yeah, if you want to say a little bit more about Hypermine and why you decided to invest into EMP, or if it's not a good time right now, we can set up another AMA. But yeah, go ahead, brother.
Oh, no worries. I'm trying to say that the community pool of funds that are being managed by our team, and we're looking always for good investments, and this one has been great for us, and I think we're going to be in it for long term, and looks like that Ghost 3D has done a great job in sniping and yesterday, and we're all happy about that, and you're all welcome to join our community and ask any questions that the how the pool, how our token works, and what the investments are, and whether there's safety mechanisms and all that stuff.
Awesome, brother. Yeah. All right, sounds good. Well, and again, we'll put together. I know you and I have been talking behind the scenes a little bit. We'll put together a whole rollout on again the future involvement of Hypermine, and they've entered. What do they say? When you enter the room, everybody was looking at them, and that's for sure. They entered the protocol with a bang, and we're happy to have you guys. So.
Well, yeah, we love the Detonator. We, as you may know, we have our own, like, been going on for about 10 days, and it's been a great success. And as you were saying, it's a great opportunity for everyone who looking to get in, to get a little extra boost, and really fun to watch at the last moment. Like we just saw it, like bring popcorn and see what fireworks.
Totally. Great. Yeah, absolutely, brother. All right, awesome. Well, again, bro, we'll have you back on, and I know that you have big plans for Pulse as well. So I'd love to talk to you about that, and again with our future launch of Impulse. So awesome. All right, love. Good deal, bro. We'll be in touch. So, uh, all right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Bull, any other real fast last minute comments or questions? Go ahead, brother.
I think there was one question just on what is the life of the contract. Maybe what does that actually mean, the life of the contract?
Yes, so that's a great question. Again, I'm guilty of this, and I always appreciate questions like this because sometimes I take, yeah, I take, for granted my vocabulary and that the crypto noob may not understand what I'm saying, or even crypto veterans. We have our own language here in DeFi, so sometimes it can be very, very confusing. I know anybody that listens to any of my conversations in my family, they think I'm a nut because they don't understand all of our terminology. But yeah, so the life of the contract, right? You know how it is, Bull, right? Yeah.
Oh man. Everybody on this call knows exactly what it is when
What
when
is,
they see that look from that person that overhears that conversation about like this person is speaking in a foreign language, this sounds nuts. Like, what the hell
totally.
are they talking about? I've seen this look 1,000 times. I mean, and every time I love it because I realize like how special of a space we're in, and how early we are, and then the opportunity really that presents us to bring all of the normies in.
Absolutely, Bull. I know we can all relate. That and having about 50 tabs open at once in our browser, in our browsers. Those are the DeFi problems, right? So yeah, so to answer the question, and then we'll wrap it up here. Yeah, the life of the contract. So Detonator is a game. It's not an annuity. There is a theoretical end to Detonator, meaning everybody would claim the contract. There is no new volume coming in, and the contract will go to zero. So anybody that says that can't happen is flat out lying to you. So I definitely want to make that clear. So when we say the life of the contract, meaning that again, with most ROI contracts, there is an end date eventually. But we have done everything in our power to extend the lifespan of the contract. What we hope is indefinitely. Again, we have some updates coming to Detonator. One of those updates truly could allow Detonator to be perpetual because typically there has to be a revenue stream even outside of new volume to help extend the life of these contracts. And we think that we've cracked the code in that respect. And again, as long as people are treating the contract responsibly through, again, compounding more than claiming, and even stuff that is beyond user control, such as our taxes. And again, why we have the lotteries and the snipers gamified the way that we do is that it really capitalizes on human greed. Because again, we all want to win that large deposit or that lottery ticket, and it very well could happen to you as long as you're consistent in compounding. So we have all the I know Bull likes to say it. We have all the levers that we can pull to make this contract something truly sustainable. But when I say the life of the contract, that just means, again, typically there would be an end to an ROI and really an ebb and flow. Even if there was a major sell off for months at a time on Detonator, because of the way the percentages work, the contract really would never go to zero. It would just get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then hopefully by then there's a new wave of incoming volume to keep Detonator growing yet again. So again, there's a lot of very complicated math behind what we've done, but we feel like it's truly the most sustainable ROI contract ever created with the longest lifespan possible. So, all right, awesome. All right, Bull, I'm going to wrap it up. Anything else? One last word? Go ahead, bro.
Just take Jesse's secret advice: get outside, feel the sun on your face, listen to them birds, and get some fresh air.
I love it. Yes, sir. On that note, I'm going to go outside and enjoy this hot Florida summer and watch the rain and relax a little bit. So, all right, everybody. Again, thanks for all of you for the continued support. Appreciate all you being here. And we'll have some major announcements tomorrow to kick off another awesome week at EMP. So, all right, everyone. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.